Hey guys, I just wanted to do another Lighthouse update. Again, not from the Lighthouse, but still in the theme of things. I've gotten a lot of downloads lately, and I've gotten a lot of, when I do these updates, what I'm looking for is, it's like 95 degrees out right now, and like no AC. So I'm like sweating up a storm right now. It's like craziness. So in case you see me like profusely sweating, I am, and it's because it's damn hot and actually quite gorgeous out. But I just got back from the park too. So anyway, lots of downloads and lots of for these updates. What I look for is like patterns, signs, things that seem to be coming together, things that are just kind of like a universal information across the board that seems to be coming in from all directions. So this is what I'm getting so far, and I just made my notes on my phone, and I'll just read those off to you. I don't normally do that, but there's so much this week, and I'll expand on some of it as best I can. The divine masculines are getting angry with being controlled. They're done with mother issues and suppression of any sort by anyone or anything. You go, masculines. Their love for themselves and their divine feminine are inspiring them to break out on their own, and do what truly brings them joy. I've seen this, and by the way, Archangel Haniel is helping you guys with that, helping you pursue your joy and to be happy and to make that a priority in your life. So if you want to know more about Haniel and how to get her involved in your quest, she could be very helpful for you. And it's spelled Haniel. I've seen this theme of the masculines starting to really love themselves, and the quick relationship spreads for the last few days as well, of them loving themselves and putting themselves first, finally, which always expedites them coming for their divine feminines, just like in romantic comedies. It's like when they make those big major life decisions where they're like, screw this, I am tired of living life everybody else's way, I'm doing it my way. And then guess who they go running to? All right, so the divine feminines are purging their darkest fears. Some returning to unhealthy relationships, you guys, and habits to feel comforted and receive touch and attention they desperately need. Sad to say, but I've heard some feminines going back to abusive exes and crying as a result, as they didn't really want to, but they kind of gave up on their masculines, and they've been just going for what brings them comfort. They don't know what their masculine's going through because he's not communicating. So many of them are starting to just give up, and they're doing all kinds of things as a way to give up. So, but as you purge feminines, breathe in the trauma of the past and breathe it out, letting it go once and for all, breathing new, fresh experiences in or out of your mouth. So you're breathing it in, breathing in the past experience, breathing out, letting go once and for all, and breathing new experiences, breathing like out into your world, new experiences, and a new level of love into your energy field to replace the old, if that makes sense. So you're like, that awful thing, new coming to it, transforming, that kind of thing. Okay, so that's one thing that you feminines can do. Hopefully I've stopped you before you go back to your ex. Don't go back to your ex. Don't go back to any unhealthy relationships, any of you who are listening or watching this right now. Don't go back, don't settle. Don't give up right when they're about to do something, okay, guys? And it doesn't even matter if that means a few months from now. Just learn to live your happiest life. Touch is important, yes. Emotional connection is important, yes. I know your masculine looks like he's having a great old time with his karmic, and they're just having a wonderful old summer, and you're just sitting at home doing absolutely nothing, bored out of your mind and completely and utterly frustrating. I totally get that whole scenario. Trust me. So, but don't go back to anything unhealthy. Do your best to like let that old stuff go. And a lot of this is coming up for purging. It's like you need to pass the test, not give into the test. You know what I mean? You got to pass it. So that means that it comes up and says, ooh, here I am, familiar and comfortable. We had awesome sex. We had, lots of money. We had this great life, come back. Don't be lured by the devil at this time, you guys, in any way, shape, or form. Instead of chasing an unhealthy alternative, go do something radically different to usher in fresh, new healing energy in both small and big ways. This will help the masculines also make forward movement with confidence as well, because we are attached energetically. If you go backwards, they might too. Everyone is leaving the past behind. Essentially, the feminines and the masculines are leaving the past behind for a brand new chapter and sense of home and belonging with one another. You're being made to feel uncomfortable separately so that you'll feel more confident to make positive changes needed. You're about to be offered. Lots of opportunities are coming up for both to prosper. So be open to your business, career, or life changing in many new positive directions. So be willing to roll with the change. It will be a good one. Remember, when listening to collective readings also, you may feel like you just keep hearing repeated messages that he's coming. But that's because readers are focused on helping those in separation. And as more couples come into union, which we've been hearing in the comments as well, you might want to read the comments of some of these videos. As they come into union, readers are either tapping into those who still remain in separation, like a group of unemployed people, tap into a particular pocket of energy, like that time that I was urged to do a domestic violence video. So I ended up doing 2 collective readings that week. And the energy could be about to happen or could happen within months. But even watching the videos and vibing with them and seeing all kinds of synchronicities and everything, and it brings your hopes up and gets you excited, it's going to help you manifest. It's, think about the law of attraction, and I am a law of attraction coach. So being excited about the videos is a good thing so long as you let go and let God. That's the whole thing, is you got to know that it's coming and just completely let it go. As best you can. I know that can be hard. In my extended readings also, I often predict things that are about to happen, and I give you a light language blessing to assist you with those energies in there. And you get a little peek behind the scenes, and you get some guidance and things on those collective twin flame videos. The extended readings that you pay for, they're just $11, but it just goes further into support. So if a particular reading resonates, then it's worth it. Just to get the light language blessing. If not anything else, just skip to the end and go to the blessing. It does predict things that are to happen, even for me. It's really funny because I think, these readings, they're not for me, and I'll be doing all this. Sometimes I record these like a month in advance. I did about 2 weeks ago. Today we're right on point. This is actually actual timing. So about a couple weeks ago, I was already into half of July. So these collective readings that you're watching they were videoed in the past, but they're very current when the energy's right on. And it's really kind of astonishing how I even go to watch the video before it uploads, and I'll just be like, oh my God, I was predicting everything that just happened to me as well. So it's really surprising. But in the extended readings, there are things that affect your career, things that affect you moving and things like that. I predicted that I was going to be moving unexpectedly in one of those collective or the extended readings. And then I ended up moving here to the place I'm at now. And it was very fast. I had no idea I was going to be going. So that was kind of cool. I was talking to an old friend who doesn't know what I do. And she was like, you need a guy who just pursues you and comes after you and kind of like your knight in shining armor and really shows you how much you're worth to him and this valiant knight kind of thing. And I was like, no. I said, you don't understand. And she's like, well, let me know. Like, tell me. I'm open. I was like, no, you wouldn't understand. And she's like, trust me. I mean, I think I will. Just, humor me and talk to me. And so I was like, all right. I said, you actually want the guy who's afraid of you. You want the guy who's not pursuing you. Because a lot of these guys who are pursuing you and go right for the jugular, like right off the bat, if you don't know them very well, I mean, a lot of them are like psychopaths, total narcissists. they know how to manipulate a situation and how to get what they want, and they won't stop till they get it. You know what I mean? They're on a pursuit. Also, think about romantic comedies. That's how it really works with true love relationships. I've watched them and studied them for years, and those are twin flames and soul flames right there. Now, soulmates, those you can meet right away, and it could go very quickly, but that has a sense of complete and utter like peace and comfort to it. It's so easy, but even that can get it can be a boring connection. I mean, just from reports I've heard for a few years now, studying all of this. So you really do want the guy who runs from you, or that you run from, the one that just scares the crap out of you. That's the one you want. And because that's going to be the most fulfilling and the most challenging for you, and it will cause the most growth. And that's also the person who has to get over their ego. They have to actively like improve themselves and have a lot of growth in order to mature enough to be with you. Both of you do it. Both of you are scared, and both of you end up wanting to change tremendously to be with each other, not in a people-pleasing kind of way, but like, I want to be that person that I feel that person deserves. And that's when people come together, and it's super powerful, and they work as a team, and they're this power couple, and it's pretty awesome. But there's usually, in those really incredible connections, there's usually some running away through, phase. It doesn't have to be a long phase, but there's usually some kind of a phase where somebody pulls back and says, what? Whoa, I don't know about this. Am I getting tricked? Am I getting punked? What's happening, So when she heard the way I explained it and everything, she just shook her head. She goes, oh my God, that explains so much. And she goes, I know what you're talking about. And I think I might have someone like that I know. And I was like, well, I'll help you find him. Let's figure this out for you, because I want you to find your true love too. So, yeah. Anyway, so there's some interesting information at these current times. If you're feeling like you're feeling a little down or sad or upset or any of that stuff, it could be your counterpart in what he's going through or she's going through. So do your best to raise your vibration. Know that these changes are a really, really good thing. Really, really, really good thing. I feel like we're squeezing through the eye of a needle about to pop out into a brand new, incredible beginning. So keep your chin up, keep an optimistic attitude as best you can. Do not go back to the exes. Do not be manipulated back into a situation that you're going to really regret. Because if you do, you're just going to, like these girls that I've been, dealing with or hearing about, you don't want to get in a place where you're just like, where you give up, where you're just like, you know what, I'm back here again. I can't get out. I'm in a trap. I'm forever here. I'm just in prison. I'm just going to sit here and suffer. That's like the last kind of energy you ever want to be in. So don't get yourself in that position. So glad I've intercepted you if I did. Please put it in the comments. I will be so happy. This video will be so worth it. And being in pain from the sitting still haven't gotten comfortable sitting yet. But it's even hard for me to like even have a meal right now. So 30 minutes is pretty uncomfortable. I'm about to go to the Lighthouse tomorrow, so I'm so nervous if I can even do it. But I'm gonna really try, and I'm really gonna try to get to my readings this upcoming week. But guys, please don't be mad at me if I end up having to reschedule you guys again for the next week. I did not think this through. I didn't think it was going to be this painful or this bad or this big of an ordeal. I had like 13 stitches. It was huge. And it's been incredibly painful, and it's a weird kind of pain to describe, but very, very uncomfortable, and you can't sit it out. You just can't. So anyways, for those of you who've had like issues with the tailbone or the tailbone area, it's you really take for granted how much people sit. I'm like, damn, I would just do anything to just be able to sit. So I'm laying or I'm standing pretty much all the time right now. It's not the most relaxing time off I've had. I wish this could have been a great vacation I could have taken. That would have just been a really great time, but that's okay, because I needed to nurture myself and be here for me too, just like you guys need to be. So love you guys. Hope you're having a decent week and getting through this okay. And if you need to reach out to me, do that, or reach out to somebody else who's on this journey who will understand. And definitely go to readers who are also twin flames. They will not understand this whole thing. They're going to tell you don't have anything to do with this guy. They're going to tell you, they're going to encourage you to go for that guy that's pursuing you. And likely perhaps manipulating you too. So you don't want that. You want the kind-hearted, good-hearted guy who, not the false twin flame either. The false twin flame is somebody who seems like a really good guy, but he's got no heart. You figure it out pretty quick though, because they don't have any empathy. So the real twin flame, a very, very good-hearted sweetheart at his core, and you know it and you feel it, and it's like you know his goodness. And that's the guy you want, the one who's trembling to come to talk to you because he feels like he has to almost be perfect in order to come to you, which is not true. And he has to get over that. But that's the guy you want, guys. Hold out for somebody you feel that for, or who feels that for you. All right. Catch you next time. Bye.